Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all of you are keeping well. Students, in the previous class, I explained you what is discount, and we completed up to question number 4 of exercise 8b. I hope what is discount, it would be clear to all of you. Today we will complete this exercise 8b. Two questions was left, question number 5 and 6. Then we will proceed for the next exercise. Let us start. So question number 5 is, a shopkeeper allowed 5% discount on the marked price of a car battery if it is sold at rupees 1273. Calculate the marked price of the car battery. Students, question number 5 is same as we did E part of question number 1. Still I am explaining you. See, in question number 5, discount percent is given, which is 5%. This one. And selling price of the battery is given rupees 1273. So students, I told you earlier, when discount percent is given, then first what we do, we assume the marked price. So here let the marked price is equal 100. We take it according to this percentage. So marked price is, if mark price is 100 rupees, then what will be selling price? Selling price is equal mark price minus discount percent. Mark price we are taking 100. Now discount percent is 5, so we'll subtract 5. 5% discount means rupees 5 discount for 100 rupees. If mark price is 100 rupees, then discount will be 5 rupees. It means 5%. Suppose it is 15%, then if mark price is 100 rupees, discount will be 15 rupees. 15 rupees discount is for 100 rupees. Percent means for 100. So if we take mark price 100 rupees, then selling price is equal mark price minus discount percent. Selling price is equal 100 minus 5. It is 95 rupees. Now we will take first this selling price and this mark price. If selling price is rupees 95, then mark price is 100 rupees. If selling price is 1 rupee, then mark price is equal 100 upon 95. And what is the mark price given, selling price given? In the question it is 1273. So if selling price is rupees 1273, then mark price will be 100 upon 95 into 1273. First we will simplify this. 5 2 ja 10, 0, 5 1 ja 5, 5 9 ja 45. Then 19 1 ja 19, 19 6 ja 100, 14, then 13 remainder, 13 and 3, 173, 19 7 ja 133. So when we multiply this 20 into 67, it is rupees 1340. So if discount is 5% and selling price is 1273, then mark price will be 1340. I think it will be clear to you. Now come to next question, question number 6. This question is totally different, student. Find a single discount equivalent to two successive discount of 40% and 5% on an item whose mark price is 100 rupees. Again, see the question, find a single discount. Here in this question, two successive discounts are given. First discount is given 40% and second discount is given 5%. On an item whose mark price is 100 rupees. So we have to find a single discount which is equal to these two successive discounts. In this type of questions, how we solve it? See here. D1 is given 40% and D2 is given 5%. Mark price is given 100 rupees. If two successive discounts are given as D1 and D2, then selling price. This is the formula to find selling price. 100 minus D1 upon 100 into 100 minus D2 upon 100 into MP, mark price. Then 100 minus first discount is 40%. See here. Then 100 minus 40 upon 100 into 100 minus second discount is 5. 100 minus 5 upon 100 into mark price is 100, which is given in the question. 100 minus 40 is 60 upon 100 into 100 minus 5, 95 upon 100 into this 100. This 100 cancel. 0 cancel. 2 3 is 6, 2 5 is 10, 5 1 is 5, then 5 1 is 5, 4 remainder 45, 5 9 is 45. 3 into 19, 57. 57 is the selling price. Rupees 57 is the selling price when first discount is this and second discount is this. Therefore, the single equivalent discount is equal 100 minus this 57. Now we will subtract this selling price. 100 minus 57, it is 43 rupees. 43 rupees is 400. So it is 43%. Okay. Similarly, if three successive discounts are given like this, see, similarly if three successive discounts D1, D2 and D3 are given, then selling price is equal 100 minus D1 upon 100 into 100 minus D2 upon 100 into 100 minus D3 upon 100 into mark price. I think all this exercise would be clear to you. Now come to next. See in the book first. It is profit and loss. Students, when you go to market to buy any item or you sell any item, then the price for which you buy any item or object, that is known as cost price, and the price for which you sell any item, then it is known as selling price. Suppose you go to market and buy a jeans for rupees 600, then what is the cost price of jeans? Cost price of jeans is 600 rupees. So cost price is the price at which goods are purchased or bought. And what is selling price? Selling price is the price at which goods are sold. Selling price is the price at which any item is sold. Now suppose if you purchase a jeans for 600 rupees and you sell it for 700 rupees. It means cost price of jeans is 600 and selling price of jeans is 700. Or here selling price is greater than cost price, because cost price is 600. You purchased the jeans for 600 and you sold the jeans for 700. It means selling price is greater than cost price. Then you will get a profit or you will suffer with the loss. Exactly. There will be a profit. For how much? It is for 100 rupees. If the buyer sells the goods at a price more than their cost price, if selling price is more than cost price, then seller enjoys the profit. It means you are getting a profit. But if the buyer sells the goods at a price less than their cost price, then the seller incurs a loss. You purchase the jeans for 600, but due to some circumstances, you sold that jeans for 500 rupees. Then you will get a loss. How much? Again for 100 rupees. So if selling price is greater than cost price, then there is profit. But if selling price is less than cost price, then there is loss. Profit or loss can be found by finding the difference between the cost price and selling price. What is the profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price. Selling price of jeans was 700, cost price of jeans was 600. So 700 minus 600, you will get profit of 100 rupees. If you sell the jeans for 500, then cost price is greater. Loss will be cost price minus selling price. Cost price was 600, selling price was 500. So there will be loss for 100 rupees. Therefore, selling price is equal. See, if we take this minus cost price to this side, then it will become profit plus cost price. So selling price is equal cost price plus profit, or selling price is equal cost price minus loss. How? See, if we take this minus selling price to this side, it is here selling price, and take this loss to this side, cost price minus loss. So selling price is equal cost price plus profit, or selling price is equal cost price minus loss. Cost price is equal selling price minus profit. Now if we have to find cost price, take this minus cost price to this side. It will become like this: cost price equal selling price. Take this profit to this side, minus profit, or cost price. See this cost price. Loss, take this minus selling price to this side. It will become loss plus selling price. So cost price is equal selling price plus loss. So students, from these two formulas, and these are common sense, I think a small child also knows that if he buys a pencil for 8 rupees and he sells it for 9 rupees, then he will get a profit of 1 rupees. So I think a small child also knows what is profit or loss, or this is common sense. Now come to exercise. There are some more material. See, profit or loss is always calculated on cost price. Always remember, then when we calculate profit or loss, it is always calculated on cost price. If we know the percentage of profit or loss can be found by multiplying the profit percent or loss percent with cost price as given below. Profit or loss is equal cost price multiply profit percent. If you are given in the question profit percent, then you will find profit, not loss. Then first formula is profit equal cost price into profit percent upon 100, and second formula will be loss equal cost price into loss percent upon 100. In the same way here, if you have to find profit percent, first formula will be for profit percent is equal profit upon cost price into 100. Then second formula, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4. Loss percent is equal loss upon cost price into 100. And students, profit is also known as gain. Clear? To find whether there is a profit or a loss, follow the steps given in the flowchart. See this flowchart. This is in shortcuts. First, you will read cost price and selling price in the question. What is the cost price given and what is the selling price given? If selling price is greater than cost price, then you will find profit. What is the first step? First you read question and then see what is the cost price and selling price in the question. If selling price is greater than cost price, then you will find profit. Profit is equal selling price minus cost price, then profit percent. Profit percent is equal profit upon cost price into 100. But if selling price is not greater than cost price, like this, if selling price is not greater than cost price, selling price is smaller, selling price is less than cost price, then there will be loss. Loss is equal CP minus SP. Then you will find loss percent. Loss percent is equal loss upon cost price into 100. Then when you will put the values and solve it, you will get loss percent. Clear? Now these formulas we will do in next class. Now let us start exercise 8C, question number 1. Exercise 8C, question number 1 is complete the following table. This table is given us in the book. Student, there is some mistake here. Selling price is given 500 rupees. It is not 500, it is 1500. Now come to solution. In A part, what is given? Cost price is given 12,000. See in the table, and selling price is given 11,000. Here this cost price is greater than selling price, therefore there will be loss. If cost price is greater than selling price, there will be loss. Loss is equal CP minus SP. CP is 12,000, SP is 11,000. So what is the loss? Loss is for 1,000. First we will find this loss and then fill in the table. Here we are not asked to find loss percent or profit percent. In first question only we have to find loss or profit. In one question only there will be loss or profit. Here cost price is greater than selling price, so there will be loss, no profit. Now come to second part, B. In B part, loss is given rupees 800 and selling price is given 5,400. So we will write our formula for loss. Loss is equal CP minus SP. Loss is given 800 rupees equal CP as it is minus selling price is given 5,400. Take this minus 5,400 to this side. 800 plus 5,400 equal CP. When we add it, we get 6,200. So cost price is 6,200. We will fill in the table 6,200 in the column of cost price. Come to C part. In C part, cost price is given 1100 and selling price is given 1500. 1,100, 1,500. Again here see, selling price is greater than this cost price, so there will be profit or loss. Profit, because cost selling price is greater. So profit is equal SP minus CP. Profit is equal 1,500. Selling price is 1,500 minus 1,100. So what will be the profit? Profit is for 400 rupees. We will fill this column of profit. Profit is 400 rupees. Next part, D. In D part, profit is given 20 rupees. Selling price is given 1,920. Again we will write the formula for profit. Profit is equal selling price minus cost price. Profit is given 20 rupees. Selling price is given 1,920 minus CP. Then this 20, take this minus CP to this side. It is plus CP. 1,920. Now CP is equal 1,920. Take this 20 to this side. So selling price will be rupees 1,900. We will fill in the column of cost price 1,900. Now after solving we will fill the column. Do not fill the column first. Now in E part, CP is given 1,600. Profit is rupees 600. Then what is the formula for profit? Profit is equal again SP minus CP. Profit is 600. Selling price we have to find out. Minus cost price is 1,600. Take this minus 1,600 to this side. 600 plus 1,600 equals selling price. Add this 600 and 1,600, we get 2,200. So selling price is equal 2,200 rupees. Clear? So today we will do up to question number 1. Remaining questions we will do in the next class. Students, complete your work in the notebook on the same day. Do not leave any pending work. Okay students, thank you.